Hey, what's up, everybody? I feel it important to speak on the importance of listening to the Holy Spirit. He is our friend. He's our best friend. As a Christian, he's our closest companion. We're called to get to know him, to love him, to understand what he's saying, how he's guiding us, what he wants in our lives, how he wants to move. There's nothing more important than loving and developing a relationship with the most beautiful person that lives on the inside of us. The most beautiful friend that we could possibly have. There's nothing in this life, in this walk, in our Christian encounter quite like experience and relationship with the Holy Spirit. Jesus died to release the Holy Spirit in you. He went to the cross. He became flesh. He walked the earth and was spit on, was beaten. He wrestled with his own flesh. He fasted for 40 days, no food. He did all that to go to the cross, to die. And in 3 days, raised from the grave, from the depths of hell with the keys of death, so that he could go to the Father and release us from the prison of sin and release the Holy Spirit into our lives. He was led by the Holy Spirit all his life. He said he could do nothing but what the Father told him to do through the Holy Spirit. He didn't start his ministry until the Holy Spirit fell. For 32, 33 years. And when the Holy Spirit came, it led him into the desert, empowered him to do everything that he needed to do. Holy Spirit is key. Do not neglect the Holy Spirit. They say, I don't know where this is. They talk of, in the Bible, they talk of belief in religion, but deny there the power of. Talking about the Holy Spirit. You can't just read your book and just be okay with knowing. You've got to live with the Holy Spirit. You've got to allow him to lead you. Allow him to speak through you. Allow him to adjust your body and your mind to move through you. Leave room. Almost like, it's a bad analogy, but almost like a string puppet. But he doesn't want to use you like a puppet. He loves to live in you. He loves it. He adores you. He wants to live in a beautiful vessel, and only he can make it beautiful. Only he can do that. It's the most beautiful thing when the Holy Spirit moves through you, because he takes filthy rags and makes them white as snow, glistening and anointed. He can take dirt, mix it together with saliva, and make a blind man see. He can make demons disappear like that. You're not fighting against the devil. The devil's already lost. The Holy Spirit power, the power that resurrected Christ from the dead, lives inside of you and me. We need to see that. I need to see that. God has been revealing that to me. He spoke to me and I asked him what I needed to do. He said, you don't need to do anything. You need to believe. You need to believe. So I'm saying this to y'all. Believe. Believe in what the Holy Spirit is capable of in you. Let him take your trembling bodies. Let him take your feeble minds and your dim eyes and your ears that can't hear and your stuttering tongue. And let him work through it. Let him work through. Embrace the weakness. Give the weakness to him. That's where he wants you to go. We are so set on trying to overcome these problems, these weaknesses, and all he actually wants us to give those to him. And in those weaknesses, we should see those as strengths. Because Paul says, in my weakness, I am strong. Because the Lord is strong in weakness. That's how he works. It's upside down. So let's rejoice in weakness and allow the Holy Spirit to move through us in situations that would scare us to death. Love you guys. Be empowered by the Holy Spirit. Now is the time. Now is the time. The Spirit is falling on flesh. He is pouring out his Spirit. He is pouring out his Spirit. I promise you, he is pouring out his Spirit. Catch a drift. Holy Spirit, touch him right now. Touch him right now. Touch him right now. Fall upon them right now. We love you, Holy Spirit. We worship you, Holy Spirit. We thank you for your work, Holy Spirit. Love you guys.